we are more focused on being able to deliver on the value.
So I have a question. So I've looked at your prices. And okay, definitely affordable. It's right in line with what I teach and what I believe, right? My biggest concern that I really want to ask you on the table is, okay, they make this investment. What's your success ratio after they complete your program? Because the last thing I want is my people like, all right, cool, I'm a rock with Yellowtail, but so many people are graduating and spending $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on a 4-year degree, still need to go spend another 20 grand just to be qualified to get into the field. And then some of them spend it and don't even get into that. What's y'all's success rate with honestly planting people correctly and getting them a job?
Our success rate is 68% job placement rate within 6 months after completing the apprenticeship, and then 78% if you look at this a year after.
78%, so nearly 80% of your people within 12 months
who have completed the apprenticeship, because we have the training part, and we have an apprenticeship where we funnel you, where you're doing the work, you put in the work, and we have a partnership with a company to be able to actually funnel you into an apprenticeship to get the hands-on, to actually be able to talk in an interview and talk about the tools you've been using, you see.
That's good.
After that, it takes about 6 months to get you a job, on average.
How long is your program? The program by itself, without the apprenticeship?
Yes. The Linux for Jobs is 6 months.
Okay.
The Cloud for Jobs is 11 months.
11 months. Okay, cool. So pretty much with 6 months to a year, you can have your education.
Exactly.
And then apprenticeship, I know what that is, but can we break down exactly what that means for the individual?
Yeah. So we are partners in a different company called Procore Plus, where the students, once they pass their certification, they go into a project-based apprenticeship where they are using real tools, cutting-edge technologies, solving tickets, solving issues, building infrastructure, so they can get the hands-on. And this is coupled with being accompanied with a dedicated career success coach to help them. We do a lot of mock interviews with them. We make sure they actually get the kinks out with us, not with the actual hiring manager, under stress.
I love it.
We try to help them, manage that stress, manage how they deliver, because there's a difference between knowing what you're talking about and being able to articulate what you're talking about.
And that's one thing that I really love about this is you're not just going to get the education, you're getting the education and the hands-on, which is why I believe your hiring rate is so high.
Yeah. And for our Cloud for Jobs program, for example, for the year 2024, we are only allowing 80 students in. Only 80.
So wait. It's about the year 2024. You're only doing 80.
80.
Pause. E3. I want all 80 of y'all in there. What's going on, fam? I want to thank my friends over at BetterHelp for sponsoring today's show. And again, my name is Anthony ONeal here. And today I want to chat about something that hits a little bit different, especially during today's day and time. When I reflect on the relationships in my life that I'm most proud of, it strikes me how much effort it took to actually cultivate them. It's a common myth that relationships should be effortless to be meaningful. In reality, the strongest connections are often those we work hardest to fortify. While I've been on my own personal journey of personal growth, I've come to understand the immense value of having support along the way. It's not just about overcoming significant hurdles. It's also about learning to navigate everyday challenges, setting healthy boundaries, and striving to become the best version of yourself. And this is why I'm a huge fan of therapy. If you're considering therapy, I encourage you to check out my friends over at BetterHelp. Their service is entirely online, offering the convenience and flexibility to fit therapy into your life, not the other way around. And a simple questionnaire, you'll be matched with a licensed therapist suited to your personal needs. And if for any reason you feel your therapist isn't a perfect fit, you can switch at any time at no extra cost at all to you. So listen, before we get to today's show, take the next step towards strengthening your relationships with yourself. Visit betterhelp.com/AO and get 10% off your very first month. Remember, that's betterhelp.com/AO. Become your own soulmate, whether you're actively looking for one or not. All right? Let's grow together. Seriously.
And the reason is most people, they start with the Linux for jobs.
Okay.
The cloud for jobs, it's definitely intended for someone with no IT background, but it requires a special kind of commitment.
Okay, what's that special commitment though?
It requires a good 10 hours of study a week.
Okay, so that's 2 hours a day on a 5-day week.
Exactly, and you need to be able to show up to class, depending on what portion you are in the program, 3 to 4 times a week. So it requires, but always after hours, because we cater
to the working person.
To the working person.
Okay.
And for some people, they have the money figured out, but they don't have the bandwidth. You see? So that's why sometimes, even you said something, and I find it often true. Sometimes you have the money, they don't have the time. Sometimes it's not the right program for the person right now.
Yep.
But it's the right program for the person, for that same person next year.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean?
This is good. And I'm loving this because I don't feel like everyone watching this is for them.
No, absolutely not.
And that's why I love it, because I believe it's like, okay, we're exposing something that is new, but we're being true. Like, hey, listen, you guys, if you want to change your life, there's going to be work, and not everyone can put in the work that is needed for this.
Exactly.
10 hours a week, that's real. No one on my show has ever said, hey, you come on here. If you can't give us 10 hours a week, don't even try.
Yeah. And also, you have to take a couple assessment tests.
Okay.
Computer literacy, basic computer literacy, but we need to understand that basic computer literacy exists. Because if not, you're not going to be able to keep up with the program.
What is basic computer literacy, people? Typing without looking at the keyboard?
No. Attachment.
Okay.
How to send an email, how to attach something, how to do a screenshot.
Okay.
With your computer. These kind of things.
What's that? Command Shift 3.
It's 4.
It's 4 on Mac.
On Mac.
Are you sure it's 4?
Try.
Let me try. Command Shift. Nah. See. Nah.
Command Shift 4.
Oh wait, you're right, because I could draw on that one. But if I just do Command Shift 3, it takes the entire
exactly.
screen.
If you
but
want
Command Shift 4, you can just choose. So he know what he's talking about, y'all. Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute. So I never tried Command Shift 4 though. Let me see that. Oh, got it. See. You just taught me something. Now I don't have to, because sometimes I'll do a Command Shift 3. Then I got to go back and edit. Yeah, I got to crop it.
Exactly.
I can just do command. Yellowtail is on point. So, okay, so now that's good. So it's like you're doing, so is that part of the test? You need to know what Command Shift 4 is.
No, that's to illustrate.
I got you. Okay.
We use a third-party company that does nothing but assess people.
Okay.
So we send you a link for you to sit and do that assessment. Believe it or not, it's a 15-minute assessment.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it tells you if you are proficient, highly proficient. It puts you, where you are.
And what do y'all need? Proficient and higher?
Proficient for Linux. Okay. Highly proficient for the Cloud for Jobs program.
Okay.
And we also we test for the critical thinking portion for both program, but we look for very specific numbers for the Cloud for Jobs. Okay. Because there is a bell curve where when you fall into a very specific area, it predicts that you can do things that are computer computer science related.
Yes.
And this company spends a lot of effort generating that data. We're just using the data to actually be able to help us predict the people we enroll are going to be the people who actually get jobs.
Love it.
You see,
Love it.
because this marketplace, what's prevalent is cheap options, because that, by the way, that's what the marketplace is asking for. How can I do this fast, cheap, and go make the most money?
Mm-hmm.
So now the consumer is asking for that. Guess what is going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
People are going to start offering you what you ask for.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Paloma, my wife, when we started, we are going to only sell what works. We are not going to sell what people want to hear.